Welcome on board Stormalong. I thought I'd give you a quick view of the plan that we've got ahead for our trip to Holland. So first of all, looking at this chart, the smaller chart, we're at Southwold. We'll be leaving Southwold around about 4 in the morning. The journey from Southwold across to Westerly is around about 98 miles. So here we go, it's sunrise, a beautiful morning. Not much of a sea, and wind of about 4 knots on our nose, and we're doing about 6 knots through the water. Over there we've got Mike. I don't know if you can see him, hopefully you can, and on somersault, and we're travelling in tandem today on the way across. The AIS system we had fitted, I had fitted, shows Mike quite clearly, and if we come out a little bit we'll see, I think we'll see another ship. Yeah, there we've got that ship there, which is moored, but we've got 2 boats moving behind us. The AIS system, I must admit, is brilliant. Very pleased with that. Anyway, so that's the morning call. Had toast and coffee, and all's going well. And Christian's on board. So there's 2 of us on board, and there's 2 on somersault.
Thì cũng mà một ít trên ăn tố mà. forecast is a little mixed. We've got some pretty strong winds, go into 20-25 knots, but there's a window on Friday, and what I've done is I worked on, I don't know if you can see this, but I worked on 3 different models of leaving 1500, 1700 and 1100, and cleared a wind forecast. The best model we've got is leaving at 11 o'clock tomorrow evening and arriving around about 3 o'clock, hopefully just before that on Saturday. Today we've made a decision. We were going to carry on round from Grevelingmere up into the top and coming out just below Rotterdam. But the problem with that at 11 o'clock is as soon as you come out, you're into a big area of moorings for ships, which are going to be lit up and probably quite confusing, and trying to spot the buoys. And I've not been out there, so I'm not so happy about that. On top of that, the winds are southwesterly, so we get a better advantage if we come slightly south. So we're coming down to Zergzee tonight, and then we'll go across to Rumpot. Nice thing about Rumpot Marina is you can moor on the other side of the locks, so you can leave when you want. So that's what we'll do Friday night. Okay, so we're going to try and make Chilicon Carney without breaking anything. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! So, whoop. It's all a little bit hectic here. And the speed we're doing at the moment is 6.7. The pelagic old helm that we bought from America, it's working really well. Get a fraction of the price of some of the others. So here's the pelagic working. And a friend of mine, Mike's fitted one in his boat too. He seems quite happy with his. And the great thing about them, they have a little remote, so you can actually control them even if you're standing on the front deck. Anyway, we're coming up to the shipping lanes. We're probably around about 3 miles off the main shipping lanes now, which is good because looking at the time, that'll take us about another 3.5 hours because we're slightly up from the southern junction of the basically what is a great big roundabout in the southern North Sea. So 3 hours time, about an hour and a half of that hopefully will be in light, and the other half will be in the dark. We've got AIS on board. That's proving really useful. I know there's been some articles about whether or not it's worth fitting AIS. All I can say is I'm glad we've got it. We got a Vespa Marine I fitted just before we came away, and yeah, it's done a really great job, and it's working really well with the navionics, which is good.
how does anybody live without navionics or something similar? I don't know. The wind is supposed to be building, but we looked at the weather windows very carefully. I used 3 different weather models. I mean, you can go mad on that, probably I did. I used Windy TV to give me the overview, which I find extremely useful, and then Predict Wind is the one that I prefer to give me the detail. Although Windfinder and Windfinder Pro are very good too. They all basically use the same models, so there is quite a lot of similarity between them. But anyway, we worked out this weather window because we've got to get in before Saturday night, because after that it really starts basically cutting up with gusts up to 30 knots. So coming into Southwold Harbour wouldn't be much fun in those kind of winds. But at the moment, I would say we're probably about an hour and a half behind ETA time. So I would imagine more like 4:30 in the morning. But we've got the sun's going down, but it's looking good.